What was the first kaiju film you ever saw? It might have been this weird movie called Gargantua. I don't remember a lot other than it airing on Televicentro.
VHS copy of Godzilla King of the Monsters, which I picked up at a local thrift store, oddly enough because I recognized Raymond Burr.
Not counting the 2005 King Kong remake, Godzilla vs. Destroy was the very first Godzilla and Kaiju movie that I saw in full.
The
first kaiju film that I watched was the Godzilla film by TriStar. As for the first Japanese giant monster film I watched, it was King Kong vs. Godzilla.
The 1998 American film, if you want to count that. Otherwise, my first proper Godzilla film was probably Godzilla 2000 Millennium.
What was the first piece of kaiju merchandise you ever owned?
1998 Godzilla Taco Bell toys.
The Godzilla 2004 Bandai Creation figure, although I might have had the Pack of Destruction and Destroy All Monsters Melee before that.
The chibi female Muto figurine.
In 1992, Bandai Godzilla figure.
A few VHSs of both Showa and Heisei films alike.
If you had the ability, what sort of kaiju project would you try to get made? Godzilla vs. Gamera. That, or a big-budget Godzilla x Gamera x Kong x Ultraman fighting game with lots of famous monsters, and one with better controls or online than the PS4 game, just so it gets better reception in the US.
If I had the ability to make a fully licensed Toho film, I would probably push for Hedorah vs. Midorah, maybe a third Hedorah movie, make a nice Hedorah trilogy, that or a Geifert movie.
Godzilla vs. Ultraman. I'd also really love to see a Godzilla vs. Evangelion movie after being teased with the merchandise.
For a new television series that brings back and modernizes Toho's lost television series, Assault Human.
As a huge fan of Toho's various television series over the years, I definitely have to go with a Zone Fighter film adaptation, with Godzilla, Gigan, King Ghidorah and all, and maybe even some Final Wars-esque reboots of the original monsters.
What are your hopes for Godzilla, King of the Monsters? I really just want it to be entertaining and memorable. Godzilla 2014 did its job, made people take Godzilla seriously again, but it could have been so much more.
My hopes for Godzilla King of the Monsters are that the 1959 monster turns out to be Anguirus, or just any kind of Anguirus reference in general.
More interesting human characters, and definitely more kaiju action and real fights over kaiju teases. I would also love to see some time set aside for each of the specific kaiju to get to know them better.
And a much better balance between human scenes and kaiju scenes. It would be nice if they stick with the monsters for more than 2 minutes at a time.
As cliché an opinion as it may be, my main hopes for the new MonsterVerse films are definitely more focused on the monster action, as that's something I felt the first film shied away from, and more intriguing characters to contribute to the storyline. Overall, I definitely felt the 2014 film was easily forgettable, and I can only hope that this is improved upon within the coming entry.
What kaiju do you really like that seems to get overlooked by everyone in the fandom? Kamoebas. Poor Kamoebas only gets used as a thing to be killed and dumped as a corpse somewhere else to rot. He needs more love. Oh, and Skeleturtle.
The kaiju that I like the most is probably Anguirus, but as for overlooked media in general, I'm gonna go with Geifert. I freaking love that show, and I would greatly appreciate it if Toho acknowledged its existence. Bottom line, more Geifert, please.
Kaiser Ghidorah, since the four-legged Ghidorahs never seem to get as much love as the other Ghidorahs. I also chose Gorosaurus since he's fairly powerful for being such a pure kaiju.
Anything from Assault Human, Go Godman, Go Green Man, and Zone Fighter. The television monsters are among the most varied collection of kaiju in Toho's library, and it's a real shame how little of them is seen nowadays.
My go-to for favorites is always Green Man, as you may have been able to tell already. Otherwise, I'd have to say maybe Varan or Monster X.